and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming and joining Day Vietnam 2011. Please take a seat from the third row. The first two rows are reserved for distinguished guests. Day Vietnam 2011 will open in 1 more minute. Before the event starts, please turn off the mobile phone or set them to the silent or vibration mode. Please refrain from using your mobile phones in the hall. Simultaneous interpretation is available with the receivers distributed at the entrance. Please do not forget to return the receivers at the end of the on-stage program, along with the questionnaires filled out in the handouts. Please sit comfortably and get ready to enjoy the tour to Vietnamese culture. Thank you.
Muôn đời lấp lấp người sông pha. 4.000 năm đã qua trang sử muôn đời, rực rỡ cầm hoa.
Welcome to you, ladies and gentlemen, to Day Vietnam 2011. Ladies and gentlemen, the dance we have just enjoyed presented the brief history of Vietnam over the past 1,000 years of build-up and development. This also, ladies and gentlemen, the image of one Vietnam with its 54 brotherly ethnic minority groups living on the same land of long tradition and cultural diversity. Is also one Vietnam with its peaceful natural beauty and with its hospitable and friendly people. These are all the messages that we would like to present today at this event. Thank you very much for coming and showing your love for Vietnam. Ladies and gentlemen, in the process of preparing this event, we were very, very happy and lucky to get enthusiastic support and assistance from TIEC and JASO. And now it's my great pleasure to introduce to you and warmly welcome Vice President and Superintendent of TIEC and JASO, Mr. Takashi Casio, to come on stage and giving an opening address. Now please warmly welcome Mr. Takashi Casio on stage.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am very impressed by this large turnout. Thank you very much for coming. As was just introduced, I am Casio of JASO. For the past few years, we have been doing such a presentation, research and presentation of cultural research, and out of all of them I had in the past, this is the largest turnout. Just by looking at this, we can see how successful this event can be. I assure you that this will be a big success. Now today, this is the 34th Research and Presentation International Workshop, Vietnam, Day Vietnam 2011 at JASO, by JASO and TIEC residents. Thank you very much for your participation. Allow me to say a few words before opening as an organizer. Just earlier, as we will hear later on, we have the ambassador, extraordinary and plenipotentiary ambassador from the Embassy of Vietnam. Thank you very much for your attendance, Ambassador. So, it's been 100 days since the Great Japan earthquake. Not just the Japanese people, but the foreign nationals have suffered great damage. And I would like to express my condolences to all of you who suffered the consequences. We had some warm words of encouragement from the Vietnamese friends, the donation and charity concerts and cooking and serving. I am very, very grateful to all the support that we received from our Vietnamese friends. Now, in our society, in all fields, globalization is progressing. and the technology innovation, the flexibility, mobility of the capital and people is increasing everywhere in the world. But unfortunately, there are disputes here and there. Global competition is intensifying, but in order to coexist with the foreign nationals, we need to understand the diverse cultures and customs. Studying in foreign countries, the foreign students will have an important role to play to better the understanding of the global society. Now, active exchange across borders will unify the culture and the nationals, and I think you will be serving as the important bridge going forward. Today, the title is Vietnam, Day Vietnam 2011. The Vietnamese students residing in TIEC and former Vietnamese residents will give presentation and traditional dance performances in front of us. In holding this event, the Embassy of the Socialist Republic of Vietnam provided generous cooperation. Let me express my heartfelt appreciation. Japan and Vietnam have very close economic ties, and fortunately for Vietnam, we are the first bilateral EPA in December 2008. We signed a first bilateral EPA in December 2008. The flow of people, money, and goods is increasing between the two countries. Now, the Vietnamese students in Japan is increasing. In the past 5 years, the foreign students to Japan grew by 120%. But when we look at Vietnamese students, the growth is 170%. Vietnamese students in Japan will go back to Vietnam, and they take important posts like foreign government and the Japanese companies in Vietnam. I hear that they are playing very important